We had a good weekend, didn't we? Bitcoin is up. Told you guys October, we are here. And look, I made predictions long ago. We're going to look at that one from all the way back in January 2022 that people thought I made for today, which is kind of funny. I was just trying to remind people about what is actually happening in the crypto markets. And we're going to do a cycle through a bunch of major crypto coins today so that you guys can see where we're at. Is anything really ready? We're going to go and scale down some of those and look on lower time frames to see how they look. And are they bullish on our secondary chart? And what they look like on our primary? And should we start getting excited? And which ones should we start getting excited for? Will it be Link? Will it be Bitcoin? Very likely. Ethereum? Probably, something like that. But what about all the others? The Nears, the Algorand's, etc. So we're going to look at all that today. I'm going to give you a breakdown and analysis of all the major cryptocurrencies as fast as I possibly can so you guys can go about the rest of your day. So what you could do for me, guys, right before we start doing that, there's that subscribe, the like, the retweet, all that great stuff. Do that for me. That's all I ask for. I do this all for free, the goodness of my heart. So help my brother out. Let's get started.
Fat kiddo.
All right, so we're jumping right into this bad boy. We're gonna start with Bitcoin because Bitcoin was here. So I'm gonna talk about a couple things that I've noticed and I wanted to kind of make light of. So first things foremost is that we had a really nice double bottom. I talked about this before. I didn't know if that was actually gonna show, if that was actually gonna really pump off of that level, and it has so far. So that's great, so far so good, as they like to say. But we're looking at, okay, so where is our next moves and what are we looking for? What am I looking for me to be like, okay, things are starting to get bullish? Well, we have a couple things on our primary chart, on our daily chart, that aren't ready yet. So as you can see, our green level, our Tenkin, is not above our Kijinsen. So our fast EMA is not above our slow EMA. So we still kind of have to wait to get that confirmation. But if we go faster, how can we look at it and see, is this actually going to, start going on a run? Am I going to miss it? And then that's going to happen anyways. Well, I have a very rule-based system, and I look for a few pieces. Number one, we look for that TK cross. So the Tenkin cross above the Kijin, so a TK cross up, right? We look for a break on the other side of the cloud. So we're not there yet, but the cloud's thin, and it's easy for us to get bullish here to be on the other side of it from not very much more movement. So the other piece of the puzzle is the Chiku. So the Chiku spins bullish. We're inside the cloud, so it's turbulent, and we don't have that TK cross. So we're not really like 100% bullish just yet, right? And we're looking at that Tenkin, the predicted mochi. It's showing that it can drop, but this is staying flat. So we might go sideways here. We might reject the top of the cloud where we're at right now and come back down. So we're just gonna watch that for a little bit, but what we wanna do is start scaling down. So now we go and we look at, okay, what about the 12-hour? Maybe it just hasn't happened yet. On the 12-hour, we had our Tenkin cross our TK right here. We had a TK cross. We broke into the cloud. We finished an edge to edge, and now it's done a retrace and tapped off of the level here at 27,760. So this is showing us that actually Chiku's bullish, TK cross is bullish, outside the opposite cloud we're bullish. Everything looks good. We don't have a twist, meaning that the cloud isn't turning green yet. That would be the only other thing I'd be looking for. But then we look at where are we when it comes to levels, because everything in crypto, in any trading, in any chart, comes to support and resistance. So if we are going to a level that's an SR level that used to be resistance here, and over here, and you can kind of go back, it turns to support over here, and it was resistance over there, and support here. So it's what we call an SR level, support resistance level. They swap up and down, like sometimes it rejects it, sometimes or above it, and we go and tap it. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. We went above it, now we're retesting it, and looking to go towards the next level at about 29,000, 29,200. So kind of following this, it's a little bit slower. I didn't go as low as I expected, but we always just plan for the worst and hope for the best. So did I get my fill here? Yes. Did I get my fill here or here? No. What have I lost? Nothing. I've lost literally nothing, guys, because if I had low ball orders at these levels and they didn't fill, the USDT is just sitting there waiting to be canceled on an order, and I can use that for whatever I want. Sure, I'm not in as much as I want to, but I was playing it smart. It's better to play it smart than play it safe, right? So you play it too safe, you're never going to get in any levels. So you set your levels, and sometimes you fill them all, sometimes you fill half, sometimes you only fill one. But that's okay. because I've been filling BTC since all the way down there. So we're all right. Where's Bitcoin going next? Well, if we go to the 4 hour, we see also on the 4 hour, it's very bullish. So we're kind of looking at, okay, well, the daily is slowly getting there. So will we start to see that push way up to that 32 level? It could definitely happen if we break on the other side of the daily cloud, and if we can start getting to that point where we see that TK cross happen. Another thing you should watch is your Bitcoin dominance level. Now, why should we watch Bitcoin dominance? Well, Bitcoin dominance kind of gives us a pathway to when the bull market starts. And I mean, last bull market started when we were like pretty much right down here, right? And guess where this one started? We were pretty much right down here. We didn't get as low, but we went to these levels, right? And so we got down to here, and now Bitcoin started doing its run, so Bitcoin's dominance goes up. I think Bitcoin's dominance will probably go to this nice, beautiful green line right there. And then once that rejects, like we had over here, we got way up there. We won't do it this time. There's too many other altcoins, too much other liquidity to go around. But I think we'll likely come to 57, maybe even in the low 60s. It's possible still, but likely to this level here. And Bitcoin will go first. As we all know, Bitcoin makes its move first, and then altcoins have their turn. So what else are we looking for now? Now we go to ETH. So we're looking at ETH and we go, okay, well, that was a really nice level that it's been holding for quite some time in that 15. We planned for the worst, as we always do. We did not get those levels again. They could come back. We could have a black swan event. We could have another weird COVID type thing. I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest. I really believe that we're much better off than everyone is telling you. People might be in a little bit of harder times, but we're much better off than people are actually telling you. So it's just something to keep in mind. Ethereum, similar type of chart, but we got a lot of resistance, the 200 EMA, the 100 EMA. We have the bottom of the cloud as resistance, which is rejected already. We don't have a TK cross. Our Chiku spin's almost at the same level as the candles, and we're below the cloud. So technically, Ethereum is still bearish. If we go to the 12-hour chart, we start seeing a different thing, right? Start seeing where is it actually, it looks exactly like Bitcoin. Broke above, and look on the 12-hour, it's retesting the 200 EMA and the top of the cloud. That's a pretty bullish thing for me personally. Ethereum could definitely go on a run. We have a lot of things shaping up there, but we need to see that on the daily, right? Of course, if we go down to that 4-hour, we're gonna see the same thing. And usually I use in the bull market 4-hour charts because the market moves very fast and there's a lot of liquidity. And the bear market you use daily because it just becomes very, very accurate, slow and boring. But in a bear market, you kind of chill, party, have a lot more fun. So that's totally cool. You should be doing that. So we're looking at all this. We can see that our dailies aren't looking great, but our 12-hour charts are really starting to look pretty nice. The 8-hour charts look pretty nice. You even have the twist right here on the Kumo. You have the Chiku span that's bullish. You have the TK cross that happened down here. You're above the cloud. Like, you have all the check marks of like, this is going to go higher. October is traditionally a good month. I don't think this one is going to be any different. That's the reality. Don't let people convince you of stuff that's not true. Let's go to ADA. Daily is rejecting off the Kijun. It pulled it up, as I've talked to you guys a lot. If it gets far away from the price gets far away from the Kijun, eventually pulls up and taps that level. That could be a bearish rejection. We're below the cloud. Even the Chiku span, even though it's like right here, it's pretty much in the candles, so that's not a trade zone. And then we go down to the 12-hour, and we're seeing an edge-to-edge, perfect edge-to-edge trade. We had the TK cross here. We broke into the cloud. We would enter there looking for the top of the cloud. And the top of the cloud also coincides with 200 EMA. So that might go towards 28 cents if we start running. Algorand, another one. Now, this is on the daily chart, and this is one that's looking pretty interesting. So it bottomed out pretty hard, nice V bottom over here. And what I'm looking at here is this potential, you can see it's potentially coming up. You see this cross that could happen in the next few days. Then we would have a TK cross. We'd be in the cloud. We'd be bullish Chiku span. All we need to do is get on the other side of the cloud, right? And once you're on the other side of the cloud, then we're looking at levels like in the 18, 17, 16 range. So we're looking at these types of levels right here as the next levels. So, we're looking at a good, like 70%, 60, 70% a rise potentially. These are really good things to keep your eyes on. But again, wait for everything to confirm. I tell you guys trades that I'm looking for the setup for that trade so that you guys can learn how to do it yourself. Not so that I can shill it to you after I'm already in or whatever. I'm telling you where I'll be going in around. You guys will be able to then know when you should go in. Here's another awesome opportunity from this We have that TK cross, we have the break into the cloud, we have this Chiku span that's bullish. This is likely going to go another, probably to right here, at least 10% from here, Aptos, unless there's a token unlock. Be very, very careful, guys. When projects unlock tokens, when pre-salers get tokens for free that they've already bought, it's not for free, but they bought them already, and now they're up, let's say they're up 20x, right? What is their incentive to do? It's to sell because they have to take profit, right? Guess who's buying? You're buying because you didn't get into the pre-sale and you're the one getting screwed. Make sure when you're looking at projects that you're looking at stuff that have a lot of token distribution or fully token distributed. For example, what you can see with Atom's a fully distributed token. Has similar type of V-bottom. It broke above the Kijin, now retesting it. We're seeing that it's almost ready. It's just not ready yet. Our Chiku spans just above the candles, but could run into them again. So we're watching this one closely. Now on the 12-hour though, 12-hour showed us that the Kijin acted as crazy amounts of support. You can see it right here. It just bounced off it every time. And then it started to run. The Chiku is a little bit too low. I would like it to be higher. And we have this 200 EMA above. So I've been waiting a little bit longer on Cosmos as well. But I'm seeing the signs on a lot of these coins that they're almost ready. They're getting closer. Or at least trying to pull back up to the Kijin. So AVAX looks like it wants to go up $1 from where it is right now. Bitcoin Cash, it's been bullish for a little bit on the daily. Something to keep your eyes on. The Chiku span is bullish. We have the bullish TK cross. We're above the cloud. The cloud is really thin though, so it could easily break back down, but it's trying to make its way over to this next level. It's kind of rejecting this level right here, very likely at 250, but it may have to put a push somewhere to this level right here at around 259, 260, and then likely 273. So those are the levels I'd be looking at if you are in Bcash. If you're not, it's already been running, so you may want to just wait for a retracement where the price comes back down a little bit before you enter. BNB, we're seeing a nice fat cloud growing. That's great. We see the Kijin starting to angle down a little bit, so it's kind of getting ready. It's not ready yet. On the 12-hour, it looks a lot better. We got that TK cross that just happened like 2 days ago or yesterday. We have 3 white shoulders on the 12-hour chart, which is bullish, right? And we're in the cloud, we're above the candles. So it looks okay, but I feel like this one might be one you want to wait on a little bit longer. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to go through a few more. I don't want to go through every single coin today. HBAR, it looks kind of weird because it had a really big pump here. So the whole cloud got a little bit messed up. But I could see because of how high the Kijin is that this price likely is going to pull up a little bit. KDA still not ready. Hasn't really got out of that downtrend yet. But as you can see, the cloud keeps kind of flattening out. Eventually, it's going to bottom. It looks like it did kind of bottom already, but you know, we're waiting for that. And then you have like this, right, where you have that. It could have. It was so close, but then it didn't go up yet. So again, KDA still. I think it needs a little bit more time. A lot of these just need a little bit more time to be straightforward and honest with you guys. Now, here's one that's interesting. Kyber Network has had a Kumo breakout retest. We would be looking to enter that, right? And it's like, we're looking to enter that and then basically look for 80 cents from 70. Not bad. Our second level would be somewhere in like this range. So somewhere at like 87 and then all the way up towards 96 cents. Not a horrible situation, but I think the liquidity on this is kind of sometimes a little bit finicky. So you have to be careful with certain coins like that. MATIC, right? Got their poly token coming soon. It's starting to get bullish on the 12-hour for sure. All these are going to start looking like that. We may have them get bullish for a few weeks, and then we may have a dump, and then we may have everyone panic sell, and then because they're bear market blues, and then there's going to be a lot of opportunity in the market. What I've been really focusing on in the bear market was Near protocol. I think the blockchain operating system is going to be a thing for sure. There's a lot of people talking about it that know what they're talking about. It's almost ready. I'm sure that this is going to start maximizing its moon in the bull market. There's a lot that they've been building, and they're the silent but build type. So they build a lot, they stay quiet, and then they come out and they push the shit out of everything that they're doing. Quant, it's had its nice weird timing run up. It's like, again, got pulled up to that Kijin like I talked about before. Will it reject? It's possible. We don't really have it like in a really great spot yet, so we're still gonna be patient on some of these guys. Be patient. Here's another one. Rose is starting to look like it could come out of that bottom trend and break into the cloud soon. Get that TK cross, get that a little bit higher. That'd be great. And then break into the cloud, break on the other side, retest, and start going towards 5.5 cents. RUNE is one that I've been buying since I bought it at around, I think the first time I was buying it was around $1.50. And then I bought again at like each of these levels. Not this one, I missed this bottom level. And now we're at $2. So I'm literally like, I think I'm almost double my bag, or it's very close to double my bag on RUNE. And RUNE is actually full bullish right now, by the way. Like, it's fully above the cloud on the daily. Its Chiku span is bullish. Everything is angling up. Keep your eyes on RUNE. Their ecosystem is building. Solana as well has a daily chart that's bullish, but it's kind of like sort of bullish. It doesn't really look that healthy yet. But that doesn't mean that this can't go on a run. As you guys could see, the two buy zones that I was buying, bought first here and then bought a lot down here. Again, I actually bought on this huge wick than when they had all the FUD. I was buying on this $13 wick here. So good opportunities that came from that. We're watching to see if it runs all the way up to 26 again. Will it reject like it did again, like over here? You know, let's look at Link, because I talked about that earlier. And I said that Link is bullish, and it's absolutely true. So Link and RUNE are two that are actually already bullish. We could have a triple top type thing here where it rejects this level yet again. It's been rejecting. It's been in this crazy long range, like since pretty much 2022, we've been in a range. And it's almost like 18 months or something like that now that we've been in the same exact range all the way going up and down. And I think now with CCIP and stuff, like Link is going to have an absolute run. And I think you got to watch, because when Link starts to run, you're going to see API 3 start to run. You're going to see bands start to run. And look, they're all starting to slowly get bullish underneath our noses. DIA as well, starting to look like it's getting ready to do its edge-to-edging break it to the other side. And last cycle, if you don't remember, that's what started us. And look at TRB. TRB has gone to levels I haven't even looked at on it for ages. Look at the price of this bad boy. If you bought this down here, well, it broke out. You're at $12. This is a huge performer, guys. Huge performer. Its all-time high is only like 3x higher than where it is right now. It's one of the most healthy charts I've seen in crypto. And so if TRB is the one that's going to lead this one, that's great too. We also have UMA. And that one's really the one that's not ready, but these are the ones we're going to look at. API 3 as well, also getting bullish. So we're watching for these narratives. As you guys see, I have oracles here, I have blockchains here, I have Metaverse and Gaming projects like Eternity, Gala Games. We all know that hasn't done well, but I keep my eye on it because sometimes FUD leads to good things too. We're seeing things like TK Cross potentially impending, getting closer to breaking into the cloud and to the other side. Eternity is going to be one of those ones that has a lot of new products coming, guys. A lot. As you know, I advise for them. These guys have been literally building all bear market, and they have a lot of cool products that they've been building. So I would keep your eyes out for that. Obviously, working with Messi and all these other amazing people helps our ecosystem grow, and it's just going to keep doing well because there's new products that do new things, and I think you guys would like that. So, you know, Mana, Network. So we're looking at like now gaming Metaverse projects, Super, Sand, right? They're all not really ready. Wilder World, you know, because of all the token distributions has been dropping, but I think those will come back for sure. Then you have like your privacy coins or Dash. Dash looks pretty dead compared. Like it's one of those. This is what we talk about. Like if there's too many layer ones, we're never going to get back to these crazy prices. And this isn't even with the $2,000 price Dash used to have in the past. So it's like, it's way, way down, right? But there's other ones that are going to do better, and they're newer and they're more fun to play with that people like, right? And that's just that's the reality of the market. There's some maturity in there. We got RLC, you know, a lot of computing power. This kind of stuff is really important. And they're also privacy. And XMR did really well this bear market. It did not go back down to old levels. You know, like this is from 2020. It didn't even get back down really to 2020 levels just once. That was its bear push, and that was it. So then you got like your old school ZEC, another one that like never will come back to its all-time high. It's totally down, but it will come back up again. But now what I'm looking at. So I talked about AR at $4 the other day, just right around here, $4. Tell everyone this is what I'm looking at. I'm very seriously looking at it. A lot of people are going to use this in the future. It's the internet, the future of the internet storage, and you can't delete it. So keep your eyes on that, your AI storage and exchange tokens. I'm looking at keeping my eye on AVAX. It's almost ready on the 12-hour. It already is. But on the daily, it's not. 12-hour, break above, maybe come back down to this level again, and then we would be ready to go. And we have like FET. FET is another one getting ready to go, right? So Filecoin, GRT, we look at the charts, we keep seeing like they're almost ready, they're almost ready, they're almost ready. So it's just a matter of time. It's not if, it's when. That's all you need to know. Is it's not if, it's when. So we're looking at DeFi now, right? So we got 1-inch exchange, we got AAVE's bullish, AAVE's full bull. This is outside above the cloud, broke out. Tenkin shifting right up. The Chiku's bullish. We're good to go. ALGO is a good one to be in. If you bought it earlier, you're way up because I bought it like $40 not too long ago. This one's getting ready. Comp is almost there. Seeing that impending TK cross. Coty, Curve, Convex Finance has had a nice little run recently. I'm watching this one very closely. Now, FXS is a love of mine. I bought that for 18 cents back in the day on the SAFT. That did extremely well last cycle. I don't see this stopping. It's got great people, great backers. So keep your eyes on that. INJ again is now bullish. So we have to watch INJ because this one it's constantly looking bullish. Here's a really underdog, man. If you guys don't have any RSR, look into it, please. Because I think this is going to have a huge run. It's the first cycle they've had all their tokens out. And now they can actually find a real price discovery on this thing. And they've been going into new countries and things. So I think they're going to do well. SNX, not really ready yet in any way. Uniswap, not ready. YieldApp, not really ready either. But things are looking good. Anchor Protocol, so we're looking at that. This is getting ready. So as you can see, like things are almost there. But if we like scale down to lower time frames, they're kind of in the zone already. So what that tells me is like, it's very likely we're getting bullish and we're about to go further. So keep all that in mind because I think it's really important. I'm not going to go further than that. Just look at the total market cap and look at that is actually also bullish on Bitcoin, on crypto itself as a whole. On the total market cap, it's not yet. That includes all the altcoins. So the altcoins aren't as bullish as Bitcoin yet, but we do know that they follow. Wanted to make this video, kind of go over the macro, go over a bunch of different coins, and maybe if you guys would like to give some comments in the below, and just let me know what coins have I not been looking at that are already tradable, chartable coins, and that you would like to know a little bit more about from just a really quick perspective. All we're talking about here, Bitcoin is rising even more. I do think Bitcoin, when it breaks out the cloud, it usually goes on a pretty nice run. I'll be excited for that. Uptober time, baby. Let's get this going. All right, guys, so that's it. Bitcoin, Uptober, let's go. It's time to get excited about the markets again. Things are going to get better. I told you guys you had 6 weeks. You got a few more weeks before the things start to actually get closer to what I think they're going to do. So start positioning yourself if you have not. This is not financial advice, though. This is me telling you to go take the research, take the data, and start positioning yourself. Because if you do not fish right now for yourself, you're going to come fish later when it's already missed out on the most opportunity. Remember, being in at $27 versus $30 when you go to 100 is a lot more money if you're in at 27 than if you're at 30. So try to be proactive right now. And if you have no idea what you're doing, stick to major cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum, Near Protocol, etc., so that you have a lot of liquidity and you can just kind of leave it and know that those prices will likely go higher. Not guaranteed, but likely go higher. And if, like I said, 2 months ago, if you buy and you fall asleep for a year and you wake up, you'll be in profit. It's almost guaranteed that if you buy a basket of good projects right now, is likely, more likely than most people, you'll be in profit in a year from today. So this is what I would be telling everyone, my family and my friends. It's what I am telling them. You guys have to make your own decisions, but hopefully this can help you decide what you should do and take some action, because the worst thing to do is to watch a chart, see it start to moon, and then go, oh, I'm too late, and watch it moon 10 times higher. And that's what most people do. So much love to everyone. I'm Coach K. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Fat kiddo, fat kiddo, fat kiddo, huge fat kiddo.